Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Young Justice Review. This time we are watching episode 14, Revelation. I'm here with Rich. Rich, what's going on, man?
Hey man, just looking to discuss another Young Justice review.
That's good, man. So am I, for sure. So to give you the skinny on this episode, so first off, huge episode. We get the revelation of the light, which is why it's called Revelation. A bit more in depth about the episode. It starts with these plant things that are coming out of the ground and destroying Metropolis, destroying cities, bridges, what have you. We find out that we have what's called an Injustice League, and a whole bunch of villains come together, and instead of calling themselves the Justice League, they call themselves the Injustice League. Yeah, yeah. What did Batman call them? The Society of Super.
Super villains. It's like a callback to Super Friends.
Yeah. Little things like that. Batman has little quips when you don't notice it. At least they write them like that. You just have to find them. They're there. What's interesting about this episode is Batman kind of has to do like a pull one over on the light because I think he's starting to realize now what the hell's going on. He sends our heroes to go fight the Injustice League while the Justice League is as a smokescreen attacking and maintaining, trying to kill off any of those vines that are attacking the cities. So our heroes get the big boy job and the big girl job today, and they have to get together, led by Aqualad, mind you, to go fight the Injustice League. It gets a little bit hairy because they wind up getting trapped somehow, and it's Miss Martian and Robin that kind of have to take the little bits at the end. They eventually get into trouble and they have to use their plan B, which is Dr. Fate's helmet, Naboo. And you kind of don't want to do that because you run the risk of being stuck forever. Aqualad eventually takes the brunt of that and decides that that's what plan B is. So he wears it, knowing the risks, but still, eventually, at the end, our heroes persevere. The one thing to note before we get into our analysis, and I think is very important, Batman says their mission was satisfactory. And in my opinion, satisfactory because, yeah, they got it done. They could have done plan A and not have to resort to plan B. Had they had failed, they would have lost Calderon, their friend, their leader, to Naboo, and now that's just going to create a whole mess. We also get introduced to the light. The light finally reveal themselves. We have seen the light, but now we see the light. Whole bunch of villains, whole bunch of super villains now, but a big episode and a really cool one. Rich, what'd you think about this episode?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool to see. It was a great fight. I like the fact that Batman trusted the kid enough to send him to fight. Aqualad led the team great as always. I thought it was nice to have Robin and Miss Martian have that little team up.
Little team up, right? A cute
But
little team up.
yeah, she's the one with the power. He's the one with the skills.
Yeah, dude, she's so OP. It's crazy.
But she doesn't know. She doesn't realize she's OP.
She doesn't realize it.
Her idea of a good time is not she don't know how it's her idea of a good time is sitting there watching some
Yeah,
family centered sitcom.
it is. Yeah, and she's a cheerleader.
No, I'm saying that's a dream of hers. Like she just
Yeah,
wants to sit there and watch some sitcom. Makes so happy. That was a good Superboy. Like always met Count Vertigo.
yeah.
We got a little bit of Red Arrow there when him and Green Arrow and Black Arrow are teaming
That's
up.
right.
And
We do get Red Arrow. I'll talk about that. What did you think about the Superboy Black Adam fight?
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, he's obviously outmatched, but I also thought it was cool. We got to review. We revealed who the light was. Well, we have in there. We have the Witch Boy,
Witch
Lex
Boy,
Luthor.
Clarion, and Tickle, which is a great name for a cat. A
We got
demon cat.
Superboy. Yeah, we got Lex Luthor, Ra's al Ghul. Was it Ocean Master? Was that
Ocean
too?
Master, yeah. Who's Aquaman's brother? Half brother?
Yeah.
From his mama.
Not that the thing about the show is it's not really surprising because we know the histories in the comics, but it's just surprising with their motives and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we've seen these dudes. And chicks. Queen Bee.
Right?
Bialio.
Yeah.
Karak, I think is what they call it, right?
But yeah, it was pretty cool. What was it? Was it Ultra Humanite or something?
Ultra Humanite.
Oh no, he was part of the Injustice
Yeah, but he was
gang.
part of Injustice League.
Oh, I see, gang. Did they say league or there was a gang? Injustice gang.
Did they call themselves Injustice Gang?
I thought at one point.
There were some pretty cool things I found. One little thing I noticed, they had a Dutch angle on Wally when he said, "What is that?" referring to the duffel bag that Aqualad had with him next to his seat. They a Dutch angle on Kid Flash and a zoom in on the duffel bag. An interesting foreshadow because it tells us eventually that Dr. Fate's helmet comes out and Aqualad uses it. But Kid Flash, having experience from the most recent episode that we covered, where he does wind up wearing the helmet, he's aware of the risks that come with wearing that helmet. So I really like how they gave us that Dutch angle. They gave us a little bit of the Miss Martian Robin team up, which I thought was pretty cool. You have pretty much Brains and Bronze kind of coming together. If you want two people out there, you would want Miss Martian and Robin out there, which is why I felt it was really believable. Batman's always going to be up to something. I think Batman, he if not realized, he is realizing how the light works. Because remember, the light presents something, and then in the background they're doing something else. So in this case, it's kind of like how Suicide Squad was, the most recent one. The beginning of the movie starts with these heroes or these and whatever they are, but they storm this beach and then they get killed. But really, they're a distraction for the second team. So that's what the light does. And I think Batman, he basically has to put up a smokescreen himself. So this way, our heroes can fight the villains and we eventually get the revelation of the light coming out. Because at this point, they had been building up for 14 episodes and we finally get it. So we're getting some sort of payoff, but now a whole new slew of things wind up coming into play. I found that pretty cool. We see the connection with Bioship and Miss Martian, which I thought was pretty awesome. She can feel her. We do get Poison Ivy. I didn't care about that skull guy, to be honest with you. I could give two shits about that guy. I didn't care about it whatsoever. I like that Joker had those gloves. They look like the Copperfit gloves to help with his arthritis, so I think that was going on. We do get a not really a hand to hand combat because Joker has knives, but we do get them fighting, which I thought was pretty cool. Robin's acrobatic skills also came into play. Overall, pretty decent. And something to consider as well, guys. Our team has had experience working with Black Canary now. So you see them a bit more polished in their moves, Rich? Is there anything else that you picked up from this episode that you liked? Or that you want to
Let me see.
highlight?
Superboy brings Wolf on missions.
Yeah, he does.
Bioship's a female.
Bioship is a
And
female.
alive. Oh, also, kind of like a reveal. I guess you call it a reveal that Miss Martian and Superboy are officially going out.
That's right. Yeah. All
And
boot up.
yeah, it seems like everyone but Artemis and Kid Flash.
Mm-hmm. What's nice is Superboy and Miss Martian, they started dating now. It's October at this point in the episode. Just in time for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Hopefully they get to Valentine's Day. That's it. You got the months coming up. The love months. And they do
Love
cheat a little bit
Martian.
at Kid Flash and Artemis, which is we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
I mean, I almost like they released it better because the episodes like so opposite but so similar.
She puts the sling around his arm. When his arm is hurt, he's got a boo boo. She fixes the boo boo.
Yeah, they're falling for each other. They want to admit.
Yeah. It's the poof, I'm telling you. The poof is nice, man,
So maybe just have a fetish for gingers.
Maybe.
You must like the whole no soul thing.
So, Rich,
Soulless.
what would you rate this episode?
I'll give it.
And why?
I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10. Like
Eight and a half.
Yeah, I thought the episode was fun. I liked the revelations of the light. which might as well really be the Secret Society of Supervillains because
Mm-hmm.
that's what they are.
Yeah, good alliteration.
Yeah, I like that they always seem to be playing 4D chess, like they're like 10 steps ahead of everyone.
Sneaky link.
Uh, yeah, like they do one mission, like they do one thing, and then they have like a backup one. They're almost like they're planning on the superheroes to break it up anyway.
Yeah, that's what they do, man.
I thought it was great seeing Red Arrow team up with Green Arrow working there.
Dude, yes, we get Red Arrow. Thank goodness, man. I'm glad. Like maybe he's starting to realize. Like
Well,
maybe.
I do think he's really just trying to prove himself to the Justice League to get in the Justice League.
Yeah, well, he wants to get in, so put
Why
up a
is
ruckus in that first episode.
I wonder why he wants to get in so bad.
It's his dream. That bad
Dream.
though? That bad of a dream?
It's not a bad dream, but you think like he would be like, screw you guys, me and my friends are gonna start our own league.
But why have such an issue with not getting in? And he's putting up this much of a thing where 10, 11 episodes, he's brooding the whole time. Does he?
Right.
Is it a status thing? That's the part that kind of
Status
confuses
thing,
me.
but it's also maybe like how when your parents won't let you grow up,
I can see
they
that.
treat you like a kid. It's like that. Like he wants to be seen as an adult. And I guess that him being in the Justice League proves that he's a capable hero. They don't let just anyone join.
He's making an about face. It seems like he's trying, which is good, because he shows
Yeah.
up with Black Canary and Green Arrow.
Yeah, and also I told you I like the design of the Joker. I like the fact that he and Robin share a scene was like trying to kill him.
He did. Aqualad takes off the helmet, which is great.
Oh yeah, that's
Kent
another
Nelson.
thing. Yeah, we didn't mention that. Yeah, it was interesting. We didn't see any of the inside like we do a while. Like, he just becomes Dr. Fate and then takes it off.
That's it. Yeah. I give this a 9.5. Only
Oh wow.
my strongest reason is of how monumental it is. Now the light have revealed themselves, even though we've seen them. They've shown them to us, but now we have the light out in the open. Out in the light. I liked our characters in this episode. I like the little things that they did, the writers and the creators, and what they did with the angles. I mean, Dutch angles, but they give them to us, and I read them, and I realized as the story progressed. So I was in the story. I was engaged in the story as well. Really cool. All right, folks. That was episode 14, Young Justice Review, Revelation, or Revelations. One of the two. Revelation. Next up, episode 15, Au revoir.
Peace.
Caw.
Reveal.
I didn't expect that one.